Today we're going to swap out Don's 280 Trio for the brand new Aavik U-588. It's going to be an awesome upgrade for this system.
In addition to that, we're going to be doing 2 system tweaks. First one to the Z5 cryos and then to the O1 cryos.
It's fun. Don's local. He's been enjoying the 280 stack, but said, hey, I love these Z5 cryos. These are going to probably be my forever speakers in this big room. What else can we do? And Josh made the suggestion like, hey, you could consider upgrading to the latest electronics from Aavik. So we took a 3-box 280 system, upgraded him to the Aavik U-588. And what we did for him, we noticed these new U-588s, specifically the U-588 more than the other models, take a bit extra time for break-in. They use an in-house op amp that out of the box sounds pretty tight. So we broke this unit in for the client just so I can start working on, I mean, it's gonna still warm up, but I can start working on placement without going, hey, I'll come back in 300-400 hours when it's broken in. So it's warming up, it's sounding great already. The thing you notice in the 280 stack is awesome, but the thing you notice is the voices are so much more open. Josie said it really well. She's like, man, it just sounds so much crispier, so much more resolution. And then of course the grip I can already sense is there. We are going to take a break here because our client made the very important decision that he wants to upgrade his X level speaks. I think these are X2s or X3s, and he's going to the A series. So we, before I get too crazy on this setup, we'll swap in the speaker cables next, and then we'll come back to this.
I noticed too, like the relaxation, the absence of noise that you didn't even know was there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is the second time recently we've had the experience of speaker cables making a huge, huge difference. What was the other one? I think it was with Randy, maybe.
Anytime you set up a ultra high performance loudspeaker, what you're trying to do is minimize the room interaction. You see a lot of people talking about room treatments, and you know, we don't really believe in the philosophy of a dead room, nor do we believe in the philosophy of a dead Steinway piano or a dead Stradivari. Like natural resonance are very natural to ear and very natural to life. So what we do is not try to deaden a room and then put the speakers where we want. Instead, we work with the room and put the speakers where they work in the room. You know, some reasonable room treatments to deal with first-order reflections are always encouraged with Borson, but we have no first-order reflections here because this room is great because there's no sidewall impeding. It's a man cave, so we can pull the speakers into the room. So right now I'm just trying to create the best sweet spot for them, which means a big 3D sound stage, but a very also tight image where instrumentation, vocals can be perfectly detailed in your mind of where things are taking place. We're not there yet, but you know, roughly speaking, we're 80% there. Now, how do you get 80 to 100%? Probably hundreds of moves, little moves like this. But the most important part is to get them to 80%, and then the team will tweak while I listen, and then we'll run it by each other as well, because I want it to be a learning experience for the client. I want it to be a learning experience for the team. This is one of our favorite tweaks, and historically, this tweak has cost thousands and thousands of dollars. Today, we have Access Darks, which are a new addition to the Audio Group Denmark portfolio. So if you can spend $800 on a set of ISO acoustics, maybe you can spend $1,800-ish on a set of Darks and be really, really happy. So.
I'm always excited about Darks. System number 1 is done. Now it's time to head upstairs and dial in his O1 cryos that he recently upgraded from Z3 cryos. What's been changed on Don's second floor since our last visit is he upgraded his Z3 cryos to O1 cryos. And that's these beautiful black speakers here. We're going to dial them in. Since the speaker's been changed, the placement will probably change a bit as well. This is a fairly large room. It could handle a bigger speaker like the Z3 cryos, which has one 4.5-inch midwoofer and 2 8-inch woofers. So those speakers can put out a lot of bass. They can fill a large space like this. But Don was interested in both a speaker that hides a bit better, a smaller monitor, and he also wanted higher resolution. He was willing to exchange some of the room filling capacity of a bigger speaker like the Z3 for the higher resolution of the O1. And so that's what he's got now. It's a trade-off. It really depends on what you want. For some people, they would miss the room filling capacity of a larger speaker. But Don and Anna, they don't listen very loud. It's mostly connected to the TV, somewhat with music, and they felt like the higher resolution would be a lot more interesting than the loudness that a Z3 can provide. All right, a job well done. We got 2 systems dialed in and we're heading out. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you later.